Hey guys, welcome to today's video. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be a first impressions type video. I have a bunch of the new Wet n Wild products they recently launched here in front of me, and in this video we're just going to be trying them out. I have them all on my face right now and I was so highly impressed while trying them out on camera with you guys. So it's just a pretty chill video, me applying this makeup, giving you my first impression thoughts on them, and yeah, so I'm really impressed with most of these products. Wet n Wild is really stepping up their game, and I'm just so impressed to see a drugstore brand that is so inexpensive come out with such great products. So yeah, if you guys want to see my first impressions on these new Wet n Wild products, me applying them and creating this look, keep on watching. So let's just get right on into the video. Okay, so I'm just going to start with a primer to prep my skin and stuff for the makeup we're about to put on. I'm going to use my Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer. I just love using this primer under any foundation really. I just love how it smooths out my skin and everything like that. So I'm just going to apply this. I always just take a very little bit because it is silicone based. So very quickly here I'm going to color correct using my Bella Pierre color correcting palette. You guys can see how much I've used this green shade right here. It's just a lifesaver, especially when you have a lot of scarring like I do at the moment. So I just take a very little bit of this and just apply it wherever I need it. So I have them all sitting in front of me right here. The first product I'm going to use is the new Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. It apparently claims that it has no flashback. I picked up mine in the shade Nude Ivory. They have a great shade selection. I'm pretty sure they have around 20 shades or so, which is amazing because Wet n Wild is so inexpensive, and usually, you know, drugstore brands don't come out with a big shade selection. So it's really awesome that Wet n Wild just has so many shades for you to choose from. And if it actually has no flashback, that is amazing because flashback in photos is awful. I hate it when your makeup's all done nicely and then you want to take a picture with flash and then you literally look like a ghost. So I'm super excited to try this out. I picked up mine in the shade Nude Ivory. Hopefully it's a good match. This was around $6.99, so really inexpensive, under the $10 mark. It even comes in a nice glass bottle. And it doesn't have a pump, but it does have this like spatula thing, which I don't actually mind because then you can just stripe it on your face and then you can blend it out. I'm happy, you know, I would have loved a pump, but I'm happy they do have at least a spatula instead of just a glass bottle with nothing else. Okay, so on half of my face I am going to blend it out with my little L'Oreal foundation blender, and then on the other half I want to try it out with a brush, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush just to see if I can get better coverage or a better look with either a sponge or a brush. So this foundation looks really liquidy, you guys can tell, but I'm just going to kind of stripe it on my face. Hope for the best. Yeah, okay, so it feels really liquidy, so I'll do this side with my little sponge here. Okay, that's blending out really nicely. Obviously you can still see a bit of my scarring kind of peeking through here, but not bad. Okay, so on my chin here, it covered up my acne scarring really well actually. Usually with any foundation I use, I have to put a second layer for it to mostly conceal, but it's giving me really nice coverage. I actually don't mind this little spatula thing. It makes it really easy just to kind of slap the product on your face and kind of be done with it. You know, instead of pouring it out on your hand, and I just feel like that wastes more product. So I'm actually a fan of the little spatula. So it's really easy to blend out with the sponge. Like it's blending out really easily. I can tell it is drying pretty fast though, so you do want to work in sections with this. In my opinion, I would just work in sections and kind of, you know, so it doesn't dry too fast on you. Now I'm going to go in on the other side of my face and see how a brush blends out this foundation. Striping this on my face. not bad. That did blend out nicely. It didn't give me any more coverage than with the sponge, but it's not like this foundation only works with a brush or a sponge, so I do like that you can use any tool for it that you prefer. I just feel like I prefer a sponge than a brush. I'm going to try to build this up and see if I can get more coverage from it, because right now I'd say it's about a medium coverage, but I can still see my skin peeking through a little. So we're just going to go right on top of what we already have. Okay, so this foundation does build nicely. I just got some more coverage over here, and it doesn't look too cakey or too heavy, which is nice. So I'm just going to go in with a second layer on the rest of my face. So the next product I have is the concealer. This is their Photofocus concealer. I got mine in the shade Light Ivory, and just like the foundation, this one claims to, not give you flashback in photos and stuff, and it says that it was tested under 7 light conditions, which is pretty awesome. They do have a pretty good shade selection for the concealer as well, but obviously not as big as the foundation. It kind of reminds me of like the Fit Me packaging, but just like smaller, and the wand is really similar to the Fit Me concealer from Maybelline. Okay. Oh. Okay, this is like a lot thicker than the Maybelline Fit Me. Like, it's a thick concealer, so you probably don't need much. Yeah, it's more of a moussey, thicker texture. I've heard a lot of people compare it to like the texture of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I'm going to use the tip of my sponge to blend this out. It's blending out nicely, and it looks nice under the eyes, and it's giving pretty good coverage, so yeah. Really impressed actually with the coverage of these. I didn't think they'd be that great at covering. My skin looks good. It doesn't look cakey or anything, so I really like how everything is setting on my skin. The foundation is a little bit on the pink side, as you guys can tell, so I might go back and pick up a different shade. But as for the formula, I am enjoying it. Let's keep on moving. I have 2 more cream type products before we go in and set the face. These are their new Makeupstick products. So I picked up a blush and a highlight. They also had contour sticks, but I didn't pick up those. I picked up this shade right here in Floral Majority because I thought it was such a beautiful, peachy neutral shade. So let's just swatch it first. That's it right there, and I just kind of dabbed it, but if I swipe it, it blends out really nicely to this nice nude color, so let's just go in. To blend that. Not really feeling how the sponge blended out, so we're going to try it with a brush. Just grabbing this brush right here from Real Techniques. I'm actually just going to take the blush on the brush, see if that works any better. That worked better with the brush, so I would recommend these stick blushes with a brush, just kind of swiping the product on the top of the brush and blending out on your cheeks. It's a pretty color, it looks nice. I just don't think I'm that big of a fan of cream blush. I just like sticking to powder blush. I feel like it's a lot easier to manage, but it's not a bad product. I will definitely use it again, testing it out in different ways. But so far, it's nice, but it's just not something I'm over the top about. Okay, now we have this Makeupstick highlight, which I'm really excited about because I love anything highlighty, shimmery, sparkly, anything like that. So this is in the shade When the Nude Strikes, and they had a few shades. They had like a gold shade, but this was the one that I thought would be light enough for me and would suit my skin tone. Ooh, that's really pretty. Do you guys see that right there? And these feel really nice though. Like, they don't feel sticky or tacky or anything like that. Like, they set really nicely. So for the highlight, I'm just going to take my little Real Techniques setting brush and kind of brush the highlight on the brush, see if this works. Oh, that's pretty. So I feel like the highlighter I like more than the blush. I feel like it's just easier to work with, you know, and I don't know, I'm just more of a fan of cream highlight than cream blush, but I'm not saying they're bad products. If you're into cream blush, I would, you know, maybe check out these new Wet n Wild stick blushes. Okay, so now that we have all the cream products on our face, I'm going to go in with this new powder from Wet n Wild. This is their Photofocus pressed powder. I picked up mine in the shade Neutral Buff. And, you know, just like the concealer and the foundation, this is a powder that's supposed to not give you flashback in photos. So I've just opened it up here. And I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques contour brush. Just grab some of that. Set my under eyes. So that powder does not look cakey or powdery or anything like that on the top of the skin. I am liking the look of it. But I also picked up the same powder but in a deeper shade because I'm going to try to, you know, do some bronzing with this. This is in the shade Cocoa. Gonna take my Wet n Wild powder brush, just dip in because I don't know how pigmented it is. But that's blending out really nicely actually. Pretty impressed with that. It blended out nicely and I feel like you can, you know, pick up some of the darker shades and use them as bronzers because these powders just blend out so nicely. I'm really impressed by them. Okay, now I'm just gonna go do my eyes really quick because I do not have any eye products from Wet n Wild, and then I'll be right back to try out their new lip products. Okay, so my eye makeup is all done. I just did like a neutral, you know, smoky eye type look. So it's now time to try out some of their new lip products, which I'm so excited to try out. So first thing I have here is their new gel lip liners. This is in the shade Bear to Comment. And it's just a nice neutral nude. And it is retractable, which is nice. Let's swatch it here. Ooh, that just like glided on so nicely. That's it right there. It's a beautiful color. So that's incredibly creamy and I love the color. I'm definitely gonna keep on using it because the color is beautiful. It's definitely a wearable everyday shade. Super creamy, really comfortable on the lips. I didn't even have to apply that much to get a nice opaque color. It doesn't accentuate any dry patches, so really impressed by this lip liner so far. I'll probably go pick up more. So now for the product that I'm probably most excited about out of everything I've just tried out is their new Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipsticks. If you don't know already, in the summer Wet n Wild released limited edition matte liquid lipsticks and I picked up 2 shades and I'm obsessed with them. They're probably one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas. So when I saw that they came out with a whole range of matte liquid lipsticks and they actually brought them to Canada this time, I was just over the moon excited. They have so many shades and I picked up this one in the shade Nudie Patootie. This is a really interesting color. It's a cool tone, really light colored nude. Hopefully this formula is just as good as their limited edition one that they came out with in the summer. And if it is, I'll definitely be going back to the store and picking up way more shades because they have a beautiful shade selection. So it's the same packaging, just has like a different name, I guess. I'm going to try to combine it with the lip liner. So I probably wouldn't wear this on its own unless I was going for a really light nude. But I do like it combined with the lip liner Bear to Comment that I just applied underneath. I like this combination. It's really nice. It's a unique color. It's a nice nude. And I love how it looks with a smoky eye. The formula feels just like their limited edition formula. So that makes me so happy. And it just looks so good on the lips. So I'm just so happy that they brought out a permanent collection of these. So definitely gonna have to go back and pick up some more of these shades because they have some beautiful shades in their collection. So that's it for this video, guys. This is the finished look. I just wanted to sit down and do a first impression type video trying out these brand new Wet n Wild products, and I am highly impressed by all of these. So far, I'm really impressed by the foundation and the concealer, and I'll definitely keep using them and playing around with them because they gave me nice coverage. The formula is nice on them, so I'm impressed. As for the little makeup sticks, I love the highlighter. It's so pretty. The blush is still nice. It's a nice cream blush, but I'm just not super into cream blush, so I don't know how much I'll use it. But the formula is still nice. And then as for the powders, I was really impressed with. They just blended out nicely. They look nice on the skin. They don't make your skin look powdery or dry. I'm liking them a lot. And for the deeper shade, it blended out really nice on my skin. So highly impressed. And then the lip stuff I love as well. The lip liner was just so nice. It glided right on. It blended really nicely. You can wear on its own or under anything. The liquid lipstick I was really happy with just because it is the same formula as their limited edition ones that they came out with in the summer. So I'm definitely going to be using this a lot, picking up more shades and all of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me kind of trying out these new Wet n Wild products first impression style. I will definitely update you guys in a future video as I keep using these products, but so far so good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.